Welcome, everybody. Another beautiful day here in Las Vegas. I know you guys aren't having great weather over there in New Jersey. Sorry. Today, we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. We're going to be here for a few minutes. So you want to sit on a pillow, use a block. Hero's pose, as you all know, is my favorite seated position. So get comfy. We're going to talk this morning about breath. So in yoga, the pranayama, which is breath control that is normally used, is called Ujjayi breath. It's an audible sound that you make in the back of your throat. So it also helps calm the mind. I talk to you guys all the time about calming your mind, coming back to your breath, but I've never really talked about what kind of breath you should be using. So that's what we're going to do today. So Ujjayi is a simple thing. You seal the lips and you breathe through your nose evenly in and out. You make it's almost like a snoring sound in the back of your throat. Some people like to call it Darth Vader sound. It is a very good breath to lower blood pressure, which is good. It also relieves tension. It also relaxes the mind, but yet energizes you at the same time. So I'm going to practice with you. You can try to do this along with me. We're going to inhale through the nose, then exhale, say ha. Inhale through the nose, then exhaling, opening the mouth and saying ha. One more time, inhaling through the nose, then exhaling, saying ha. Now this time, you're still going to say the ha, or try to make the ha sound, but seal your lips. So inhaling and exhaling. So you should try to feel that breath kind of swirling around in the back of your throat. Sometimes it takes practice. We're going to sit here and do it a few times. So get comfy, inhaling and exhaling. That oceanic sound. Take it at your own pace, at your own time. If you want to close your eyes, trying to focus, inhaling. Then exhaling, lips are sealed. Inhaling. Then exhaling. Keep going a few more rounds. You notice as you're doing this breath, it really brings your, increases your feeling of presence, your self-awareness. It's also used during meditation because it gives you really something to focus on, making that sound, using that breath. It creates heat inside the body, called a victorious breath. 2 more rounds, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Nice. If your eyes are closed, you may open your eyes now. Remember to always try to focus and use this breath throughout your practice if you can. I know it's hard to focus on poses and then focus on your breath, but that's why this is called practice. We're all doing this together. So whenever you can in your down dog, maybe really try to grab this Ujjayi breath and practice it. That would be wonderful. So we're going to start bicycling the shoulders one at a time, using your breath, inhaling, right shoulder or left shoulder goes up and down to the front, opposite shoulder goes up, down to the front, and do this as fast or as slow as you like. Just bicycling your shoulders, one at a time, bringing them forward. Now taking it back, left shoulder goes up and down the back, right shoulder does the same. Nice and relaxing. Coming back to neutral. Inhaling. Dropping your chin down to your chest. Breathing here. And taking neck rolls all the way around, starting towards your left shoulder, coming to the back, going around to the other side, coming back to center. Taking it to the other side, inhaling. Exhaling as roll around to the back. Interlacing your hands in front of you. Bringing your elbows up, hands are kind of at chest level. We're going to inhale here and exhale, reaching them forward like you're doing a cat pose. Separating the shoulders. Inhaling, bringing them back to your heart. Exhaling, practicing that Ujjayi breath, cat pose, seated cat pose. Inhaling, hands back to chest, exhaling. Taking this a few more times at your own pace, with your own breath. Get that breath to movement connection. One more. And releasing your hands. Interlacing your hands behind you. Really squeezing those shoulder blades. Chest is up. Inhaling up. Exhaling, folding forward. Wherever you land is perfect. You don't have to come all the way down. Lifting those interlaced hands behind you. Inhaling, coming back up. Nice exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Two more. Again, taking it with your breath. This is your practice. Really squeezing those shoulder blades. Last one. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Nice. Coming back up. Releasing your hand. Shaking it out if you like. Removing any props that you may have brought in to sit. We're going to go into our tabletop here. You know the deal. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Coming to a neutral spine. We're going to do those cat-cows here. Again, practicing that Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, dropping the belly, gaze goes up. Exhaling, really rounding the shoulders for your cat pose, tucking that chin, separating those shoulder blades. Inhaling, cow pose. Drop that belly, gaze goes up. Exhaling, cat pose. Really pressing away with the mat. Navel in. Inhaling, cow pose. Exhaling, cat pose. Take two more. That Ujjayi breath. Practicing. Practice makes perfect, right? All right, coming to a neutral spine. Taking that left leg, sliding it back and lifting it. Staying here for a moment. And then bringing it out to the side and lowering it down to the floor. Nice. Okay. Walking your hands back towards your body slightly. Really rooting through that right hand. For a twist, lifting up your left fingertips towards the sky. Breathing here. This is called gate pose. Releasing your hands back down to the mat, walking them even closer so that you can come up on that one knee, that right knee. Inhaling your arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling your hands out and up. Exhaling, left hand goes to left leg. Right fingertips reach over to the left side body. Breathing here. Inhaling your arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling your arms out and up. This time taking your right hand to the mat and left fingertips can reach up or overhead to the sidewall. Breathing here. Inhaling your arms up, exhaling hands to heart center. Inhaling your hands up, exhaling to heart center. Nice. Releasing your hands back down to the mat, bringing it in for your tabletop. Staying here for a moment. Sliding that right leg back, then lifting it, holding it for a sec, then taking it out to your right side body and dropping it down to the ground. Good job. Walking your hands back towards you. Really rooting through that left hand this time, right fingertips raised to the sky, belly in, breathing here. Releasing your hands back down to the mat, walking them in towards your body so that you can come up. Hands at heart center. Inhaling your arms out and up, exhaling heart center. Inhaling your arms out and up, this time taking your right hand down to your right leg, reaching those left fingertips over to your right side body. Nice side stretch here. And breathing. Inhaling both arms up, exhaling hands to heart center. Inhaling your arms out and up, this time taking the left hand to the mat, reaching your right fingertips up or overhead, whichever feels comfortable to you. Breathing here. One more breath. The inhalation brings you all the way up, hands to heart center. Inhaling your arms out and up once more, hands to heart center. Nice. Relaxing your hands back down for your tabletop, bringing that leg in underneath you, tucking those toes, and going for your first downward dog of the day. Nice. Nice long back, nice long spine, really pressing through your hands. Fingers should be spread wide. Now let's pedal it out. Feet are hip distance apart. You can bend both knees at the same time. Whatever feels good in this dog today. Three more breaths here. Two more breaths. Taking it slow and easy today. Last breath. Coming forward into plank. Then going back to your downward facing dog. Gazing at your hands. We're going to lower to our forearm. This is called dolphin pose. Bring those feet in if you'd like to. Fingertips are still spread. Gaze is back to your legs. One more breath here in dolphin. Then coming back up to your downward facing dog. Gazing to the top of your mat. Hop, step, walk, or jump to the top, whatever you feel like today. Once you get there, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, halfway lift, flat back, and fold. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Yogi's choice today. We're going to stay in this forward fold for at least 5 breaths. You can stay here, hands on the mat. You can take your peace fingers to the big toes. You can go into gorilla pose where you put your hands underneath your feet. Whatever feels good today. Have a little bend in your knees. Don't lock those knees out. Whatever feels good. And breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Concentrating on that Ujjayi breath. Two more breaths here. Last breath here. Wherever you are, releasing your hands, planting them down to your mat, stepping the right leg back, then the left for your plank. Coming down on your forearms for forearm plank. Staying here for a moment, hips are lifted. Taking your right hand and bringing it over towards your left arm. So your forearm is parallel to the top of the mat. Then rolling over to your right side, reaching those fingertips up, or you can put them on your waist for forearm side plank. Hips are lifted. You can scissor the legs if you like. Rolling back to regular forearm plank, doing the same thing on the other side and breathing. Making your left arm parallel to the top of the mat. Then rolling over to your left side. Hand on the hip, hand extended, your right hand extended, whatever feels good. Then coming back to your forearm plank. Pushing back up into regular plank. Then downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale and exhaling. Coming back to your plank. Don't worry. This time we're lowering all the way down to the belly. Staying here for a moment. Feeling your chest away from the mat. Putting your forearms in front of you. Elbows right under shoulders. Hands are spread out. Fingers are spread out. This is called Sphinx pose. Tops of the feet are flat on the mat. Breathing here, pushing out of those shoulders, leading with your chest. Bending your right knee, bringing that foot towards you. Pressing into your left hand, reaching around with your right hand and grabbing that foot. Breathing here. Feeling a nice quads stretch. Releasing the foot, coming back into your regular Sphinx pose. Breathing. Bending at the left knee, and then grabbing it with your left hand. Breathing here. Really pressing through your right hand into the mat. And releasing. Taking your hands by your side and releasing all the way down to the mat, right cheek on the mat. Take 2 breaths here. Bringing your chin to the mat. Hands are reaching still by your side, palms facing in towards the body. Inhale, lift your chest, peel it away from the mat, then extending your legs, lifting those arms for lotus pose. Breathing here. Getting some back work in today. I know a few of you were talking about back work, strengthening that back. Summer is coming, those beautiful sundresses, right, girls? And releasing down. This time, left cheek to the mat. Breathing. Bringing your arms out to T. Chin to the mat. Same thing, airplane. Peeling your chest away, perhaps lifting your arms, then lifting your legs. Breathing here. Nice, active, strong legs. And releasing back down to the mat. Right cheek to the mat. Resting here for a moment. This time, bringing your arms outstretched in front of you. Chin to the mat. Inhaling, peeling your chin away, your chest away, engaging those arms, then the feet, Superman pose. One more breath, and release down. Walking those hands underneath your shoulders, pushing back up into tabletop, widening your knees and sitting back into child's pose. I want you to be in an active child's pose. Those arms are really reaching to the top of the mat. Really stretching those shoulders. Breathing. Then walking your hands to the right side of your mat as far as you can go. Maybe your left hand rests on top of your right, lowering your head down here. Feeling a nice stretch in your left lower back. Breathing. Coming back through center, taking it to the other side. This time, it feels good. Your right hand rests on top of your left. Breathing here. Hips are still trying to press back to those heels. One more breath. Coming back through center. Coming up into tabletop. Tucking those toes, going up into your downward facing dog, but only for a moment, gazing to the top of your mat, hop, step, or walk. Inhaling when you get there, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling your arms out and up, come to standing. Hands to the heart center. Good job. Beautiful, ladies. Coming to the top of your mat, if you're not already there. Inhaling your arms out and up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, planting your hand, stepping your right foot back, then your left, vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Lifting your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Then gazing to the top of your mat, bringing that right foot forward, lowering that left foot down for your warrior 2. Back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Making sure your pelvis is tilted under slightly, really reaching through the fingertips. Breathing. Releasing your arms behind you, interlacing those hands, straightening that front leg. We're going to bring our stance together just a little bit closer. Pointing all 10 toes to the top of your mat. Hands are still interlaced behind you. Inhale, lengthen, long back. Exhale, fold, pyramid pose. You can keep your hands down towards your body or you can lift them up. Breathing here. With your feet, think railroad tracks. They shouldn't be on the same line. The inhalation brings you all the way up, taking all 10 toes to the side of your mat, the left side of your mat. Inhaling, lengthen here. Hands are still interlaced behind you. Exhaling, fold. Your stance can be as wide as you'd like. Really squeezing those shoulders together. Breathing here. Little bend in the legs. Nice hamstring stretch. Breathe into it. The inhalation brings you all the way up. Turning your right toes towards the top of the mat, releasing your hands, stepping to the top of your mat. Once you get there, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands. This time stepping your left foot back, then your right for plank, then your chaturanga vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Remember, if you don't want to take a vinyasa, we go into plank. You can always just push up into down dog. If you're not feeling the push up or the upward facing dog, it's fine. It's your practice. Lifting your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Then gazing to the top of your mat, bringing it forward for warrior two on the other side. Set up your foundation. Nice bend in the knee. Back foot again, parallel to the back of the mat. Shoulders down. Breathing. Making sure your torso is straight over your body. You're not leaning forward. Then releasing those hands and interlacing them, behind you. Straightening that front knee, adjusting your stance, bringing that right foot up, all 10 toes facing the top of the mat. Again, railroad tracks, so you can keep your balance. Inhaling, really pushing that fist down towards the floor. Chest is open. Exhaling, forward fold. Breathing here. The inhalation brings you back up. This time taking all 10 toes to the right side of your mat. Really pushing through that fist. Nice tall spine. Micro bend in the knees, inhaling, lengthen, exhaling, flat back, fold. Breathing here. One more breath. The inhalation brings you all the way up. Release those hands. Nice. The left toes turns towards the top of the mat. Good work. Inhaling your arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling your hands out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Practice that Ujjayi. Inhaling. This time, inhaling your hands out and up. Then exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, planting your hands, stepping back to plank. And this time, going up into downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, go ahead. We're all going to meet in down dog. So I know everyone likes the pigeon pose, so of course I had to add it again. So inhaling your right leg to the sky. Exhaling, bringing it forward, right knee to right wrist, or your pigeon. Extending that left leg as far back as you can, sitting up nice and tall. Then walking your arms forward. You can stay on your forearms. You can use a pillow or a block to rest your head. We'll be here for a few breaths, so get comfy. Breathing. Practicing that Ujjayi. releasing the mind, focusing on your breath, finding some inner stillness, some peace. Last breath here. Inhalation brings you up, move away any props that you may have brought in, walking your hands back towards your body, tucking that back toe, and then going into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you need to. This time, raising your left leg to the sky, gazing to the top of your mat, bringing your left knee to your left wrist for pigeon on the other side. Nice tall back, really pushing that right leg back, sliding it back, and then walking, leading with the chest, all the way down to the floor, landing wherever you are. Breathing. Allowing that mind. Surrendering into this pose. Last breath here. The inhale brings you back up, walking your hands back towards your body. This time we're going to roll over onto that left thigh, swinging our legs around to the front. Good job. Bring your feet out as wide as you want for a V. Nice flat back. If this is hard for you and you have tight hamstrings, you can place your hands behind you and push your chest out to feel the nice hamstring stretch. Or you can walk your hands down in front of you. You can go with your forearms. Wherever you land is perfect. You can bring a block in if you need to. Keeping those feet flexed and active. Breathing here. Inhaling. Then exhaling. One more breath here. Inhalation brings you back up. Bringing those legs in together. Planting the soles of your feet on the mat. Then pushing your knees out to either side for a butterfly. Nice tall back here. Staying here for just a moment. Then looking behind you and making sure you have some room on your mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together. reaching your arms out in front of you and then rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Staying here, Supta Baddha Konasana. I don't know why I like saying that. Breathing. Bringing the soles of your feet back to the mat. Bringing your heels so you can slightly touch them towards you. Pressing the palms of your hands into the mat. Keeping those knees tight in. Inhaling, lifting up for your bridge pose. Walking those shoulders down. Really pressing up. And releasing. Taking your feet out to mat distance and knocking those knees together, making that pyramid shape to release the lower back. Then bringing those feet back to hip distance. One more bridge pose. Keeping your hands on the mat or interlacing them again underneath. Yogi's choice. Inhaling, planting your feet, lifting those hips up, walking those shoulders down, pressing into the mat with your feet, breathing, nice long neck, and releasing down to the mat. Bringing your knees in for a hug, rocking side to side. One last bit of core work before we go into Shavasana. So I want you to bring your knees up toward the ceiling, your shins parallel to the ceiling or your mat. Bringing your arms up like you're reaching towards the ceiling. Then you're going to release your right arm behind you, not hitting the floor, and your left leg down to the mat, but hovering. Coming back up, then taking it to the other side. Left hand reaches behind you, right leg extends, but does not hit the mat. Then coming up. This is called dead bug exercise or something. Inhaling, extend, exhaling, back in. Inhaling, extend, left arm over, right leg extended. One more round. Right hand extends, left leg extends. Coming back. This time left arm extends, right leg extends. Coming back in. Nice. Releasing your soles to your feet, down to the mat. Hands on the belly. Resting here. If you'd like to take a happy baby, feel free. Grabbing the soles of your feet, rocking side to side. And when you're ready, releasing it, extending your legs down, feet at each side of the mat, feet flopped out. Hands can be on the belly or at your sides, face up. Closing your eyes for Shavasana. Enjoying this last bit of peace. Letting go. Floating back towards the body now, micro movements with your fingers and toes. Bring that awareness back. Reaching your arms up over your head. Nice big stretch. Then rolling over to your side body, whichever side you'd like. Using your bottom arm as a pillow, perhaps bending the knees slightly for fetal position. And meeting me in a comfortable seat, taking your time, no hurry. Closing your eyes when you get there. Hands at heart center. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. Thank you for letting me guide your practice today. Namaste.